And boom, we are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, the Tetris King, Zach Elias. What's up, Zach?
Coming to you live from New Jersey. Ew, and you've got a nice stain on your Devil's jersey.
This Devil's jersey, I am repping New Jersey now. This is my first episode because I am coming live from New Jersey. I've had this jersey since, oh my God, maybe like 7th or 8th grade, dude. It's a long time coming.
I see. No name on the back, no Cousin Patrick.
I got this back before they were doing that. I mean, you had to put the name on yourself.
You cheap, man up. Patrick Elias. If I was a Devils fan, absolutely.
You should do that just for the sake of it because you're not a hockey fan. Who cares?
I can't have a Devils jersey because when the Rangers are good, I'll tune in like a 94. That was about it. I love that team, actually.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Episodes are live on YouTube and Facebook, 8:30. Except next week, we're going to be having a little switcheroonie because I think we have a double date possibly.
We could come to you live from Citi Field.
No, thank you.
Mets Orioles.
Download the episodes. They're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, all the things every Saturday. Let's get into this show first by opening up some beers. You know, Zach, we don't have an official sponsor, but to those who listen, we're for sale, right?
I think Ron Katz is our sponsor.
Ron Katz coming through gave us, let's show the camera, the notorious LIC repping today's episode. Did you read the label? It says brewed in the great state of New York, sold only in Queens, yo.
Great.
It is 12.2% Imperial IPA. What we're going to be fashnicked?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Ron Katz, you are our official sponsor of episode 75.
Bottoms up.
Release the Kraken. Look at that.
Ooh, that sounded good.
Sounded really good.
By the way, how do I sound? Oh,
Yamas.
Oh, that's terrible. Ooh, how do I sound with my new fancy microphone that your wife gave me? I feel like Harry Cat, whatever. I feel like Harry Carey. Cubs win. It's brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Have a Bud, Beechwood aged.
Whiskers.
This is like from the 1840s.
It's fantastic.
Radio, the newest invention.
Coming to you live here from New Jersey, we got another episode of Booze Your Daddy. So I just made the official move, and I have to
made the official move.
We didn't do shit because I did it. You know,
you built me into showing up there and helping you move.
I'm giving you credit as the Tetris King. Were you good at that game growing up? Because you killed it. You killed it in that U-Haul, Zach.
I was. I'm good at the U-Haul too. I'm also very good at. I was able to pack like 12 snowboards into a Celica. No, I always have a very good spatial recognition for packing it in.
Wow, so that's your forte.
It's my milieu, yes.
Because so many weaknesses.
Yeah, many weaknesses, but I'm good at that. I'm good. If you've rented by far the too small U-Haul and you've talked to your girlfriend out of driving in because a tiny little smart car would have made this a whole lot easier, Rube. But thank you for the ride back uptown. I rode center seat.
You shot pitch.
It's worse than pitch. I sat like Mexican in the middle, no good. The middle seat of a U-Haul. What the? Oh,
live appearance.
Sweet
birthday, baby.
Sweet birthday, baby is right. And Zoe, what day is today?
International Star Wars Day.
It is Star Wars Day. Oh. Get over here, Zoe.
Do you know how much I hate Star Wars?
I do. That's why we're doing this.
Mets colors to boot.
No, this is red. This is Vader. All right. Ow! Oh, that one actually connected. Go
right in the face.
Right in the face. Yeah. It's fine. Take your lightsaber. You still won? Yes. No headshots. Zoe, let's go. This is dead air. Get out. But thank you for whacking me in the face. All right, Jenna, get her.
The truth is, I absolutely despise Star Wars. I think it's overrated. And
as a movie or as May
everything.
the 4th?
I hate the I think the movie's overrated. I think the movement is whatever, and then the whole "May the 4th be with you" that annoys me.
That's a bit much. I did the lightsabers just because I know you hate it.
Yeah,
because I saw you
I was staged.
Yeah, just to piss you off. I have no problem with prop comedy that pisses you off. That's fantastic.
It definitely worked. I also hate that George Lucas sold out and went ahead and gave the rights to everything and forever, and they could just take liberties forever and ever.
This really isn't terrible. This
for 12.2%, this is not the worst strong beer I've ever had. Zach, can I tell you another pet peeve of mine? After I've moved, people have been texting me and they mean so well. And they've said, how was the move? The only thing I can say is fucking horrible. Like, it's a terrible day.
Yeah. I've moved twice in my life. Once was downstairs from one floor to another in the same building. It's hell. I didn't have a bunch of, friends who would help me do this. We paid movers, and I did my father-in-law expedite. I said, I'm going to go to work today, and I'm going to leave this house. I'm going to come home from work to the new house. I want it to be whatever you can do. Cable and internet is a must. That was my only. Just make cable and internet happen. I don't care if the TV's on the floor. Cable and internet has to be firing. I can't deal.
Although I haven't worn underwear in 2 days, so that's the positive so far.
What does that have to do with the move?
I'm not doing anything. I'm unemployed.
You wore underwear when you were employed?
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking today to a patient of mine who grew up in New Jersey, kind of catching up.
You're unemployed.
I was talking to a former patient of mine, and she said, how are things there? I said, they're kind of quiet. And she tells me a story about how recently she had to spend some time in New Jersey, and she sat around. She goes, this is why people have affairs. I mean, there's just nothing going on here.
The ego on you that look at you. Someone wants to have an affair with you.
Everybody has a standard.
Stained Devils jersey.
I don't know. Is it stained or is it just see-through from my Orioles shirt underneath?
So the shirt underneath is stained? Something's got a meatball stain on it. So yeah, good luck with your affair. I mean,
I'm not trying to have an affair. I'm just saying that that's the vibe here of just there's just nothing going on. You just need to
invite us all out for a key party. It is what it is.
I'm gonna invite you, but you have to bring Zoe, and there will be no key party.
Yeah, but maybe it breaks out. You never know.
All right, Zach, 7 minutes in. You want to give it to me? You said you've been sitting there. You're like, oh, we're going to talk about this move of yours.
Yeah, you're a hoarder. Julia owns like one thing in that apartment. You have all kinds of nonsense in there.
Name three things.
A VHS of The Office.
It was a DVD.
No, it was not.
I'll get it for you. It's a DVD. Not that I have a DVD player, but it was a DVD.
No, it's a VHS.
Okay.
You have a half-drank soda, a Coke.
No, it was sweet tea, and that was for the move.
No, you have a half-drank Coke that says Allen on it, and you think that's fun.
Okay, that's not what it is. I wish it said Allen on it. I have a half-drank sweet tea in a Coke bottle that says Michael, and another one that says Snyder. I'm 2/3 of the way towards Alan Michael Snyder. That's why I have it.
You have plastic lamps from college.
Singular. One of them is glass.
Ish.
That's not from college. I bought that in the last 4 years at Bed Bath & Beyond from the Beyond section.
Yeah, speaking of Beyond, you have boxes and boxes like Old Bay and loose condiments. Not condoms, condiments. You just have nonsense. You have all kinds of dressers. You didn't even get to the part where I have cups. Do you know I have a thing for cups? I don't know about that, but you have dressers that you're doing all right these days. I think we can do a little better.
Well, they're gone. I threw them out.
Which is what you said when you said we were moving these. I said you don't need to take these. We can do a little better. Just go to like West Elm as opposed to Beyond. It's not that expensive, big guy.
Shout out to Joanne Stevens. She did bring me the Snyder Coke bottle because she picked it up at the airport when she came to visit. So no props to her. Absolutely props to her.
Why isn't it empty? Why is there still tea in it?
Because I knew I would be thirsty during the day, during the move, and it would be a nice refreshment on the drive from New York to New Jersey.
Yeah, so you reuse the bottle. It's not just decorative. It's functional.
Yes.
That's pretty ghetto.
Okay, I'm saving this earth for your child.
No, just use like a real water bottle, like one of those. What are those things called? Those fancy ones that weigh 35 pounds that hold no water. Yeah, use one of those.
A Brita thing.
Yeah, sure, him too. You have a lot of hoarding.
I have stuff. Okay, I'm getting rid of some stuff, including maybe this jersey. If anybody wants, I might put it on eBay. A little New Jersey Devil action.
You're gonna sell that thing? You might as well sign it at that point. At this point, because when we blow up in no time, that'll be worth something.
I want to hear about your day, Zach, because you signed on this call where you look like you licked a toad. I mean, your eyes are just.
I'm Doc Ellis all over the place. I am just all kinds of on LSD. Yeah, so I just turned 40 this year. Shout out to me. And at 40, everything starts to go tits up, as I've been told. Everything swell, they're right. That's the thing. So I'm in 2 softball leagues. One you're in, and one that's a day league. And we had a nighttime game, 9 o'clock, under the bright lights. And for the first time in my life, I couldn't field a lick. Couldn't see the ball off the bat. Couldn't anything.
Was anybody there to see it? Did
Yes,
anybody?
You. I said you're on the league. Plenty of people were there.
Yeah, you were horrible, but I didn't bring this up. I didn't bring this up on the air.
That was horrible. And for the first time, usually I'm pretty good in the field. And I played.
Pump the brakes on pretty good.
I'm pretty good. And then I played my day game on Sunday and was lights out. I was like, Ozzie Smith out there. So
the wizard.
So or Mike Bordick for you people, for you Oriole fans. You had one good year.
You're going to go Mike Bordick, not Cal Ripken for you people.
Yeah, I was just pissing you off with Mike Bordick. Anyway, so yeah, I went to the eye doctor to see what's doing, and I need potentially glasses for night glare.
Yes.
So I'm gonna look like Kurt Rambis out there. He didn't prescribe like goggles or no, these are like Rambis glasses. Like
I love it.
Glasses with like a croaky from the 80s. Hold on, stop with that shit. Now I got the wires here and all that noise because Miss Thing over here.
I love it. Oh, it's the cat.
Yeah,
it's the cat making the noise and all the feedback.
Yeah, she's all over. She's biting shit up.
All right, well, I'm glad that you don't have eye cancer.
I don't have eye cancer. I almost started a whole big fight in there because the guy who prescribed the glasses was chatting with some woman who was buying 30 pairs, who's had glasses since she was like 6. I'm sitting there I'm sitting there having a conniption. Like, why is this guy taking forever? But Jenna's texting me that she goes there, so I can't start like a whole riot yelling to him. Let's wrap this up. He's just flirting with this 4 eyes next to me. The whole thing was a disaster. Nothing good came of the day. I need this for night driving too. How youthful is that? I
actually had a pair of polarized sunglasses that I used to wear driving. They were sunglasses.
Like those tactical ones you see on ESPN at 4 a.m?
Kind of, yeah. They were really, really good because they would take the glare out of everything, and because my eyes were so bared, it made everything else look a little bit better, and that it didn't make everything so dark, but they were polarized prescription sunglasses. Life-changing.
I don't know. I look like Buddy Holly and all these things, so I just went with a free pair because what's the difference?
Can I get a picture for that Instagram, please?
Well, when they show up, apparently it was supposed to be 3 days, but because I had to get the lenses that have glare, now it's like a week and a half. I was seething when he said that. That was what made me almost off the table on this ophthalmologist, whoever prescribes the glasses salesman.
Optometrist, ophthalmologist?
No, optometrist is the real doctor. The ophthalmologist is just a glorified salesman.
Got you. My dad has 3 dad jokes. They're all terrible. His favorite, his go-to, is because he has a first cousin that's an eye doctor, and he goes, if he does a bad job, they'll never come back and see him again. It's so bad every time, too. If you ever mention glasses or optometry, it's every freaking time. Let's segue to the bigger part of tonight's episode, because this does involve my father, who I got stuck talking to today a little bit. The big news of the week coming up, these episodes come out on Saturday. So Saturday Night Live, the host this week is...
Your dad?
Mr. Elon Musk will be hosting SNL. Did you hear about this?
I did.
And it's caused all types of ruckus.
No, I've heard of no ruckus. All the ruckus I've heard about is Bill and Melinda Gates getting divorced, which I don't know why they have to do it publicly unless one of them has a smoke show in the wings. Either like some hot model for him or like Cristiano Ronaldo for her. Because you don't do it publicly after 30 years. Just go live in separate mansions like me and Jenna plan to. It's just going to be, someone's got someone waiting in the wings who's better than who they're currently with by a lot.
It has to be her for whatever reason going, I don't want to do this anymore. Right? Because he just sticks with her.
With his little nerd mouse.
You think he has a nerd mouse? You don't think he's wireless?
I don't even know what that looks like. Maybe
that's a Bluetooth where you control it. Wait, do you not go on? I thought you knew about Xvids. There's all ways of going wireless.
I don't see wireless. I see manual.
Oh my God.
I'm old school.
So Elon Musk getting on SNL, for whatever reason, people are really upset to the point that they have said to the cast, if you don't want to be on this week's episode, you don't have to show up.
Why? He can't be less funny than Carrie Mulligan.
That episode wasn't that bad.
Look at my fucking eyes.
I enjoyed the Mumford, just to start it off. I'm a big Mumford guy.
I saw them in Forest Hills. They were all right.
Yeah, apparently he started with this whole, we'll see how live Saturday Night Live is, and then Bowen Yang tweeted at him, and somebody else got all upset. And
what are Bowen Yang's panties in a bunch for?
I actually didn't know he was gay. Did you?
Very much so. He was at the bar you took me to the other night.
He was the waiter there.
He was at 1, 2, 3. He's frequent there.
I don't know.
That's his thing.
Do you remember we did this? I have no gaydar.
Callback.
None. No gaydar whatsoever. So he's all upset now. My big gripe with Elon Musk hosting is, he's not funny. He's not a comedian, but they've done this shit a million times where they've gotten somebody that's relevant and they just had them come host. And just because
funny anymore. Chappelle's funny.
I hated that episode. That episode was rough.
Eddie Murphy was actually really funny. What, they have no comedians anymore. 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was watching one of my favorite podcasts today. They were talking about this, and the guy says, I actually don't watch the show. I just wait for something funny to happen and people to send me the clip.
That's not a bad idea. Anything after recent update's unwatchable anyway at this point. Those late ones are brutal.
Absolutely. And I just try to watch it because it's sketch comedy. I like the writing. I think Michael Shea is hysterical. He's probably, for me, he's the best part of that show where Colin Jost take him or leave him. And it's just gotten so weird because Elon Musk, do you know why they hate him? Because he has made so much goddamn money during this pandemic. That is the big right-wing, left-wing kind of thing going on right now.
Well, what? So is anybody who has stock.
Yeah, but it's his stock.
Yeah, but no, so does anybody who has any stock has made money during this thing. Stock market's through the roof. Except for AMC, your boy.
I was going to say AMC not doing so well.
AMC, but anyone who has a real stock, not one of these Reddit fly-by-nights, but you put your money in just the market, just a mutual fund, you're golden, pony boy.
So this is where it bothers me is because, you can't promote your stock. So what Elon Musk does is he just kind of says what he wants to say about anything and Tesla goes through the roof as long as he's not smoking weed. But you can promote your cryptocurrency, which because it's undisclosed. And have you been following Dogecoin? Do you know anything about this? I think we talked about it once, right?
I know way too much about this.
Way too much about this. Have you been? This is coming full circle too. Even my father is invested in Dogecoin right now.
I know. It's a fake, it's a joke coin that's manipulated by nothing. But that said, I'm invested in multiple coins too. And my hot tip, I had a good run and now it's tanking again today. But I'm still up with the other ones.
Yeah.
Go Ethereum.
I have Ethereum. I have some Bitcoin. Those are structurally fine where Dogecoin is literally a joke. It's nothing. It's money. But the fact that my Julia bought some the other day and
$5 worth.
She doubled her money and smart enough, she took out her profits and now she's playing with house money. What's up, Aunt Marlene? Welcome to the show. You're late. And then my father, who is just a fuddy-duddy to the extreme, is now in Dogecoin. That's what this is all about, this SNL. And I think he's just puppet mastering all this. It is driving me crazy.
Yeah. Buy me a Tesla with your Dogecoin.
I own zero. I won't. Zero Dogecoin. No chance.
I use Coinbase so that it doesn't even support Dogecoin. So nevertheless, but yeah, I took out my initial spend. So I was playing with profit and that lasted a week and then I threw it all back in and now it's.
There you go.
Go Stellar Lumens. Pray 300, Julia Mazel. Put more than that on Stellar Lumens and the records are closed on that.
Congrats to Samanda, who is now the proud owner. She is the proud owner of a baby girl, Hannah Rose Isserman.
Mazel.
Yeah, there you go. And
no pictures on Facebook. Me and Samantha are friends on Facebook, I think.
Well, you know how it works. You send the pictures to your family, and then a couple days later, when everybody's home and healthy, you put them online.
No, I put the one of me doing the Heisman with Zoe online right away.
It was fantastic. I remember that very well.
Jenna tolerated it because she was all drugged out. I'm like, hey, Jen, take a picture of this.
So next week's episode, we're going to do another themed episode where you and I have been going back and forth talking about strategy for different, we joke about the stocks and Dogecoin, and we've been talking, one time after one of these episodes, we talked about Monopoly.
I'm going to rock your world of Monopoly and Stratego. Let's go.
Stratego, I actually really enjoyed. So real quick, what we're going to ask our listeners to do, and I'm going to reach out to people the way we did last time, is send me your top 5 board games, and I guess you can throw cards in there, but let's just say like board games, and we're going to do another one of our listener participation, and you and I are going to do our top 10 board games.
Oh, so I thought that my strategy, it's sorry or trouble. Push the button hard.
Start right now debating on your list, because we're going to do that. But right now, tell me why because I'm not good at operation because I'm a doctor, but you think because you're in real estate, you're good at Monopoly?
No, because I'm a Jew and I got a mind of a champion. I'm good at Monopoly. But wait, are we going to discuss this tomorrow or am I just going to give
Right now.
away the game.
Right
Okay.
now. We're just talking strategy because we got into it once and we've been putting this off for like 3 weeks.
So Mr. Boardwalk over here says go high end. Clearly in
I didn't.
Clearly in his high end studio over there, in his high end beer and his high end jersey. I'm a slumlord of Monopoly. Because to me, the most important piece of Monopoly is money, not property, not anything else you have, cash. So if you can keep the other player's bankroll at near zero, you just suffocate them. They could have all the boardwalk they want, but they can't do dick with it, they're screwed. So if you can get the first side of the board where you can build hotel for $200 on Baltic or Mediterranean, every time they pass go and get their 200, they're literally handing it back to you. So they can never build a bankroll enough to actually develop their other property. That's how you win 5 laps or less.
5 laps or less.
You can. If it goes to 30 laps, yeah, you're screwed. If it's going to go too long. But if you can do it in 5 laps or 10 laps, quick turn, yeah, you're fine. So it's doable. Now, when you make trades, I happily will trade the better piece for the worse piece. But as you're making the trade, I don't love this trade. How about you throw me 300? Throw me 500 with the you get cash coming back from them. So I'll give what? Yeah, so I'll give you like Pacific and Indiana. You give me Mediterranean and 500 because you won't be able to use those things. Because I'm going to keep drowning you.
So you're debating on I have to give you money too in this trade.
You don't have to, but I'm not going to stop chatting you up the whole game until you fold. I'm a talker. And when all else fails, you slide a Finsky under the board. But I chat the whole time with trade offers.
Julia just wrote, what happens if it's unicorn versus llama? I think you heard that story that when we went home for Christmas,
you gave her the unicorn?
Her nieces love unicorns. I mean, it's one of those things that we play Hangman and it's unicorn every time. Like, I'm thinking of a color and you're like, is it unicorn? And you're like, that's not even a color, but yes, that's what she was thinking of.
Perfect.
So Julia bought them unicorn Monopoly and it's unicorns versus llamas. And the way you determine who goes first is whoever can do the best impression, or maybe it's the first impression of a unicorn or a llama. And I remember sitting there and I looked at her brother. I said, should I just spit on one of the kids? And
absolutely. Done and done. What's your piece, by the way, in Monopoly?
I prefer the dog.
Dog is wrong.
Or I'll go hat.
That's not it. I'm the shoe. Always the shoe.
I thought you were a thimble guy.
Always the number 2. But or the iron. But I really, if I have my druthers, it's always the shoe. It's like a elf boot. It's fantastic. You got a little thing on it.
So
what's your strategy?
My strategy, thank you for asking, is I'm a big a big orange guy. I'm a big St. James, Tennessee, New York. That is where because when you put hotels on them, you're getting 1,000 every time or 900, whatever it is. And they're only 100 per house and hotel. So you can really maximize that area right there. Or I'm a Boardwalk Park Place guy. I mean,
yeah, you're high end. You're a
what I do know is the yellow and the greens, the Atlantic, Ventnor, Marvin Gardens, and Pacific. Useless. You'll never. You'll
land in jail before. And by the way, with my strategy, jail's the safest place to be. You just let them pay you.
Allison Eisenberg, welcome to the chat. A little past her bedtime, but yes, we used to play Monopoly.
That certainly confirms that I'm correct.
We used to play at Grandma's.
What? No, that you people are both Boardwalk and Park Place people. Slumlord, way to go. Utilities and railroads, free money.
The worst. I never buy utilities and railroads.
That's money. It's free money.
It's $200 if you hit it. No way.
Free money. But next time you play and you try to get your oranges, trade for your oranges and ask for cash in return. Trade a green for an orange and ask for $200. They'll throw it in.
That's a different strategy altogether.
Get cash off of people.
Okay. You're tickling me in all the right spots here.
Because if they can never build a house or a hotel, their property is useless. You just keep suffocating. A lot of action.
Are you smart enough to ever maximize the houses where you just buy 4 houses, put them somewhere so somebody else can't buy houses?
What do you mean? Your board runs out of houses?
Yeah. There's only so many houses. You can maximize the houses.
I think you guys lost houses, of course, along the years. and you're
Oh, so
set.
you
There's
so you had
houses for
unlimited.
days in mine.
You had unlimited.
I'm pretty sure that the set at my house has more houses than spaces.
No, it definitely does not.
I don't know, but by the time that happens, I've already won. 5 to 7 laps.
All right, well, we're going to find out what people really like to play and maybe some more Monopoly theory. Ron Cass says the greens are better, but there's 3 of them, and it costs too much to build. I very
I'm a
disagree.
purple guy. Dark purple. Darker the better. Let's go, Slumlord.
Darker the berry, sweeter the juice.
Because between that and the luxury tax and the one street you can't name, I'm happy to.
Which street can
One
I
of
not
the
name?
light blues.
Oriental Avenue.
There it is. That's the one.
It's the name of the street.
The Asian American street. I'm happy to own that crap.
Oh my God.
I'm a slumlord. Connecticut, me, all of it. Oriental.
So
yeah, it works.
before we get to trivia, I have to do a little bit of
Quick, by the way, Stratego. Everyone surrounds their thing with bombs. I surround my thing with 7s and then bombs, so the 8s can't get through.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Dynamite drop, and everyone on the show is dumber now for knowing that.
Last week we did Hell No or Too Low or whatever I called it.
That was fun.
Got a text today from our listener, Josh, down in Texas, who says, "Oh, so you're just ripping off Cammy Over or Under now?" I said, "What are you talking about?"
What?
Apparently, some other podcast does something called Cammy Over Under, where
That's a better name.
Of course it is, but I had no idea. And so we can't do that anymore. But I thought it was funny. And you know what? It sucks. It was a good idea. I've never listened to that podcast, but we're going to do something a little different. You've already went into it. Maybe you saw what our trivia was named, but we're going to be doing divorce trivia because the other big story of the week was the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce, where in Washington State, there's no prenups, right?
Yeah, Janet, we should move to Washington.
Too late. Well, Jeff Bezos settled for $38 billion estimated.
Jeff Bezos is banging Tony Gonzalez's ex-girlfriend. You think Jeff Bezos' hog can compete with that thing? He's like 6'10". Who cares how much money you have? He's enormous, Tony Gonzalez.
But
I digress.
His ex-wife got $38 billion. Bill Gates right now has hired a bunch of lawyers, and his $146 billion is his estimated. It's going to be the biggest hit in history unless he decides to give her less or she agrees to less.
The women never agree to less.
Of course not.
Ever.
They always want more. That's what I've learned. So what we're going to be doing today is something a little fun.
When he takes you to the cleaners, you'll see how it goes.
Well, I'm unemployed and she has a lot of jobs. So far, I'm going to be going to the cleaners.
That's
maybe
true.
Maybe
with
with
divorces
this,
you come out and you could win.
Yeah,
I've seen intolerable cruelty. You might win.
I'm going to take this stained jersey to the cleaners.
That's true.
What I'm going to do for
you're accustomed to.
Today's trivia, I'm going to give you the celebrity couple. You have to tell me why they got divorced.
Okay.
Okay.
Cocaine.
Hold on, let me see if I can think of one real quick.
Go on.
Question number 1. In 2005, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston got divorced after 5 years. Why?
I don't fucking know. Wasn't he stooping? Who did he get next? Angelina Jolie.
Correct. He was stooping Angelina Jolie.
Oh, but give me 5. Give me Paul.
All righty. Let's make it question the second. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. Why did they get divorced?
I was just saying Nicole Kidman because he was with Katie Holmes. He's batshit crazy. I'm going Scientology.
Correct answer was he wanted to get his daughter into Scientology and she was not into it.
Oh, that's got to count.
Also, him and Nicole Kidman, same reason. Apparently he was too into Scientology.
That place is wild.
Question number 3.
I went to this Church of Scientology for a high school project. It's bananas in there. Like, seriously, my mom made me bring a friend of mine with me as, like, moral support so that they didn't, like, kidnap me. So I guess I'm going down with the ship. He's coming with me. It's crazy in there.
Question number 3. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard got divorced in 2017 after 2 years.
Was the Aquaman girl.
Why? Or at least this is maybe what her claim is.
I didn't even know that they were married.
Okay.
He wanted to.
I got nothing. So she took whatever money she got and has since donated to a couple of funds for the cause of what she feels like she was a victim of.
Victim of with Johnny Depp? Mental harassment? Like, cause he's so whacked out. Ooh.
Physical and mental abuse.
He physically abused her? She can kick his ass.
That's the claim. And have you not been following this?
Girl. If the two of them threw down, my money's on her.
He's the Pirate of the Caribbean.
You take Jack Sparrow over Aqua Girl? No way. She's a mermaid.
There's also stories coming out now where he liked to poop on her and whatnot, and she's asking for all the stuff. He's liquidating assets right now.
He's liquidating asses?
Assets. Assets.
I thought he was liquidating asses. That's part of how he gets down. That's disgusting. And if that's true, she's entitled to every penny and then some.
She's just making stuff up.
Is she? Were you there?
Question number 4. In 2015, after 10 years of marriage, Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert got divorced.
Because he was stooping Gwen Stefani.
And
she was stooping Gavin Rossdale? I really hope. Did they just swap? That's fantastic.
They didn't swap, but they both were banging other people, apparently.
Of course.
That's great. You get caught, and then the other person gets caught.
Yeah, it's good for them. It's Dutch door action.
How many kids do they have together? 0. But
then it's all good.
I'm going to set the over-under on pets they had at 11.5. You want higher or lower?
And a half? Like half a hamster?
Well,
I'm going to go higher because that's just a bananas number.
15 pets in the relationship that they did divvy
up. Like dogs and cats? Or do they have weird stuff going like a condor?
The article didn't say, but I thought that was pretty ridiculous.
Not a very in-depth article. These are the hard-hitting questions we want to know.
I want specifics for this one. Question number 5. In 2014, after 17 years of marriage, Mrs. Upper West Side herself, Taya Leone.
Oh, she's Mrs. Upper West Side?
She lives on the Upper West Side.
Never seen her around.
Taya Leone and David Duchovny. Why did they get divorced?
He's out of his mind. I got to think it's got something to do with his porn addiction.
A circle gets the square. It's actually, he went to rehab for sex addiction. It wasn't.
Yeah, he's nuts. He used to do Red Shoe Diaries like before he was anything. I loved that. I mean, I heard of that show.
Real sex. That's a wrap.
No, Red Shoe Diaries was great. He would like read sex stories to his dog and then they'd show them. You can't beat it. You don't know Red Shoe Diaries?
I know Red Shoe Diaries, but I don't know about the dog.
Yeah. Okay, you've got plenty of time and clearly nothing going on. So tomorrow, like, noon, because you've got nothing doing, watch a Red Shoe Diaries. The whole episode is predicated on him reading letters to his dog, like on a pier or on a walk. The whole thing's bananas. Him and the dog are in it for like 30 seconds, and I feel bad for the dog.
This is so great because whether this show becomes anything or not, Zoe's going to listen to these episodes one day and go, why didn't Dad just use the internet to look up porn? Like, I don't get it.
There was no internet. And
there was no internet.
That's all I had. And I had that, and I had Channel 35. For any native New Yorkers, Channel 35? No? It was...
no idea.
Google Al Goldstein and Robin Bird for all you people. There you go. They had shows. It was fantastic.
I'm going to give you 5 for 5. I mean, you basically got all of them.
I guessed on half, but it made sense.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. We're live on Tuesdays, but I think next week we're going to do Wednesday, or we'll figure out a day just because you and we got a date at Shitty Field. Going to go see the Orioles, hon.
Yeah, who's pitching? DeGrom versus somebody?
DeGrom is not pitching.
Maybe on Tuesday he might be in a week. He's got a lat thing going on.
Maybe. Hopefully they're not calling that an arm thing.
Who's pitching for the Orioles? You? Me? Anyone?
Okay.
That guy means they're going to smoke the Mets. It's going to be 13-0. It's going to be a disaster. I'm going to hear about it from you. You're going to be live streaming all your glory.
Oh, it's going to be great. I went to
Who do you rock? Jersey. What do you got?
It depends if I go Jersey or Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah,
like the shirtless painted jersey?
No, the T-shirt with the name on it.
Oh. That's a Jersey?
It's called a Jersey. That's what it's
called.
Scherzinger
is Jersey.
No, I'm living New Jersey now, but the Jersey is when it's too hot to wear a real jersey. But never. I have a Davis jersey and I have a Weeders or a Tejada jersey.
Yeah, how are they all doing?
I don't know, but I went to Dickey when he was great for you guys. Game was 2 hours and 5 minutes. He had 13 strikeouts against the Orioles once.
Yeah, it
was rough. It was very, very rough.
And Matt Harvey would be fantastic. If we get Harvey's return, would be amazing.
Give him the business. I'll give him the business.
I think you almost cheer him kind of out of like feeling sorry, like a pity cheer, like Rachmaninov. But we'll see how it goes.
All right, that wraps up another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tell a friend. Make sure you download. Make sure you listen.
Tell a bunch of friends.
Tell everybody. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep having fun. Zach, thanks for the move. Sorry about the jeans.
Oh, the jeans. I wear my pants like you wouldn't believe. He didn't loan me a pair of pants, this Chaza.
Daddy out.
Anyway.
We're out. Hey, yo.